Rainbow. Look at that. It's fading. Can you see that? And lightning. We rarely have lightning here. Wow. Look at that double rainbow. I know it's crazy for me to do this, but it's just too gorgeous. Wow. Look at that. Can you hear the thunder? Put a thumbs up if you can hear a thunder. And then to the left is another rainbow. Oh, it's a full rainbow. Where's my pot of gold? Oh my gosh. Look. Full rainbow. And here are my evening grosbeaks. Oh, my favorite bird. They are my favorite birds. Hello, critters. We never get rain. It's been years since we had lightning, thunder. It started at 4 o'clock this morning. Actually 3 o'clock. I woke up with lights flashing in my eyes and then I heard look at that guy hopping. Scrub jay. Oh, look at that. That's a heron. You stay out of my pond. Ooh, I didn't bring my sweater out with me. It is a little bit chilly. Yeah, it's very rare. Very rare. Like maybe a few rumbles once a year. One time, about 3 years ago, we had a lightning storm in the evening, and it came from the south. That's the south. And it kept going and going for an hour. We could not believe it. We sat out here under the covering here and just watched the lightning come from the south. And what's weird is this is coming from the east. This is the east. This storm is just weird. And now we can hear the... Did you see that? Do I know what phenomenon causes no lightning? I think it's because when the storm comes up through the valley. Ooh, that's God speaking. I won't put my drone up. I'm too afraid the lightning will hit it. Or in the rain. Larry won't let me fly it in the rain. Wow, did you hear that thunder? Woo. And I think I told you about my friend, secretary from church, her husband, and another man were out assessing their trees on their property, and it was a friend from up in Washington, just the other side of the border, and him and Ed were looking at the trees. Ed is a physical therapist, and the other guy had just retired. He was 65 years old. And it was no clouds, nothing, no thunder and lightning, anything. And all of a sudden they got struck, and one guy was killed. And Ed crawled to his back door and called 911, and he wanted to go out and help his friend. They said, no, it's too dangerous. Well, the lightning was 10 miles away, struck a tree, and traveled through the roots. And that's how he was killed. And then Ed Wetterlin has suffered. He had to retire. He has suffered ever since, neurological and physical therapy, or physical problems. And here he is, a physical therapist. Nicest people you could ever meet. My dad was struck by lightning in 1952. He was in an army eating lunch against a tree. Lightning hit the tree. Wow. And my grandfather was struck by lightning. He was leaning up against the tree, or a fence. He was leaning up against a fence, which was tied to a tree around a corner. And he was building this was in Florida. He was putting in a garden. And he was kind of using his hand to eye the line where he wanted to plant something, when the lightning struck the tree, traveled down the fence, and knocked him out. And my grandmother found him half dead, but he lived through it. That's God speaking. So it broke your dad's back? Wow. Was that in North Carolina? He was 30 years older than my grandmother. She had 17 children. 5 were adopted out, and their last name was Williams in Tyner, Indiana. I always wonder, am I related somehow to those girls there in the bridge guy? Those 2 girls that were murdered there 5 years ago. Because their last name is Williams. One girl's last name is Williams. But anyway, Frank was an alcoholic, and he was blind, and my grandmother stayed with him, took care of him. My grandmother was a precious. Evelyn Bean, she didn't have a tooth in her head. Like me, we all have the same gum disease. And my grandma fed him and everything. Woo, did you see that? Whoa. Did you see that flash? It was 4 miles away. You count 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Whoa. Whoa, stop complaining. That's the Blue Jays. My favorite bird is the evening grosbeak, and they are yellow. The males are yellow, bright yellow and black with a little bit of green, so they look like parrots. And the first time I saw them was here at the other house, and there was about 20 of them and at the feeder, and I thought, oh, somebody let some parrots loose. Had no idea they were evening grosbeaks. And so to me, it's always a blessing. Ooh, did you see that strike just a minute ago? Did I catch that, critters? Look at that rainbow. Was that another flash? That's Oregon City there, on the other side of that hill. The end of the Oregon Trail. So, Mother's Day is always hard for me, and I'm really struggling because of what's going on with our situation here on our property and our home. A third rainbow to the left. Yeah, it was a double rainbow. This one in the middle was a double rainbow, but it's disappeared. And then the other side was another rainbow, but this was a full rainbow. But anyway, it's always right before Mother's Day that these birds arrive. I tell you, the devil is after trying to get me discouraged by everything. And I've just been crying, I've been depressed and having a real hard time with everything. And then I heard something go bam, hit the window. I thought, oh no, a bird strike. And it was a really heavy bird strike. So I got up and looked, and I didn't see any birds. Well, was that a lightning? There was another bird strike, and it was a bird. It was one of my evening grosbeak, a female, had struck the window, and it killed it. Anyway, that made me cry. Wow. I wish the wind, see now the wind is making the sound of the Highway 224 come up here. You can hear the traffic. I'm sure the evening grosbeaks will be visiting the feeder. They love, see, I put these on the tray here. They love the sunflower seeds, and they know what the sunflower seeds look like from high above. So I'll get some more. Yeah, that poor bird. I'm gonna bury it where I bury the hamster. My little pet cemetery. Wow. I know God feels bad. He cries when a sparrow falls. It breaks his heart. Imagine when little children die. I found this website, Chad Chance. Anyway, Chad Ehlers, Ehlers. So heartbreaking. But he turned his heartbreak into helping others. His wife committed suicide. She had called him and left a message and kept trying to talk to him, and he wouldn't pick up. He wouldn't answer her phone call, and she unalived herself. And they had a baby. What could be worse than that? To feel guilty over your wife unaliving yourself because they had a fight and he wouldn't answer. He thinks because if he would have answered, she wouldn't have done that. But can you think of anything worse than that? Yeah, their baby has cancer. Look up Chad Ehlers, Ehlers, and he's got a website, Chad Chance. I'll try to put a... Chris, if you're still here, can you put, hi Nancy, hello, glad you're here. Look up Chad Chance and put a link here. He's just the most amazing man. He has documented the journey for 375 days, over a year, of his daughter's journey with cancer, and taking her to the hospital and spending the night and giving her her meds and so many people. Anyway, what he's done is he's set up some foundations to help others who have children with catastrophic cancer. He is the most handsome guy I have ever seen. Oh my gosh. His name is Chad Chance. If you can post his link, I know you will just think he is the cat's meow. To have taken losing his wife to her choosing to unalive herself. There's a horse guy named Chad Chance. Look up Chad Ehlers, E-H, Edward H as in Henry, L-E-R-S. He is not only cute, handsome, he's single too. But he loves, and then he's got a teenage daughter that he dances with. And people are making fun of him and saying he's an idiot, he looks stupid, and his daughter looks stupid. He's got so many haters, but it would be nice if we could support him and share him out. But he's pretty well known in his area. Chad Ehlers, Chad Chance. So how's everybody doing there on the East Coast? Are you warm? Is it warm where you are, critters? It'd be cold. It's in the 40s. Well, 50s, maybe 50s. Look at that. Low-lying fog. And there's snow on the mountains right there, the hilltops. I don't know if you call that a mountain. That's Goat Mountain, but oh, Chad Chance. Chad. Oh, thank you, critters. Join his channel. Share him out. He is awesome. And he encourages people so much. He's helped me a lot too. And because we don't have any cats outside now, we have all kinds of little critters. We got little baby squirrels. Look at that chipmunk right there. He's so cute. Chipmunk. Come here, Chipmunk. Chipmunky. And then we have some baby squirrels coming around. They're just amazing. Well, it looks like the thunderstorm is over. But there he is. Come here, little chipmunk. Chippy. Come here, chippers. Little chipper. Ooh, I hear some thunder, but it's going the other way, so I think that's the end of the storm. A Feel Good channel. Chad Ellers. God bless you guys. Thank you for coming, and remember, there's a lot of people out there that are hurting. A lot of people are suffering. Things aren't getting better, they're getting worse. I believe things are getting worse. And we're on the edge of, things being the worst they've ever been as far as the world war. Larry says he thinks that we're going to go clear. Pretty convinced of that. So get your radiation pills, your iodine pills. Oh, and all these senseless shootings, yeah. What was it? 5 women were killed yesterday? Unalived. Yeah, they want us as slaves. And sleepy, creepy at the helm. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Did you hear that low roar? Wow, that was weird. I think that thunderstorm is heading over here. Well, as I was saying, people are hurting. People are scared. Ooh, I just saw some lightning over here. They're terrified. And there's some more chipmunks. Chipmunks. And people are in need of a blessing. They need someone to reach out to them, to be kind. And it doesn't cost anything to be nice. In the grocery store or wherever you are. Ew. What happened? Woo. How did that happen? Now you saw me, no teeth, and my hair's not brushed. My hair is greasy. Oh yeah, look at that lightning over there. Yay, it's coming this way. It'll be over this way in a while. I need to look on the radar. But people need a blessing, and we can be a blessing to them just by saying hello, or how are you, or wow, isn't this crazy weather, or do you ever watch YouTube? Go look at YouTube, look at this bird channel, or this crazy lady that scams the scammers, or just an older person, say, hey, are you getting a lot of calls from those people who have free COVID tests, or they want a Medicare, up your Medicare? Be sure and tell them that don't give your information to anybody on the phone. And that gal that I told you, she's always getting scammed. Well, her electric bill for $900 when she gave him almost $900 in PayPal, and then she got scammed with this puppy thing from Nigeria. She was going to get 2 puppies for free from Nigeria. I told her all she had to do was pay for the cage and they would reimburse her. Oh my God, 12-week-old puppies cannot be from out of state or out of country. She says they're AKC registered. I says, no. AKC is American. She says, no, it's African kennel. She refused to listen to me, and she ended up sending him several $1,000s, and she again and again and again. Well, about a year ago, and she's told others for the last 10 years that she's going to get $20 million, $12 million, and all these millions of dollars, because every month she's putting in, instead of making her mortgage payment, she's buying Iraq dinar money from Iraq, because it's going to, when they exchange it, she's going to be multi-millionaire. Look up faith, like have faith, dinar. She really does believe that she's getting 12 million, and she keeps telling me she's getting 12 million next Friday, 12 million next Friday. And then she asked somebody to give her enough money to rent a jet so she can fly to Florida to pick up her millions. And I said, there is no millions. You're not going to get millions. You are being scammed. This was 10 years ago. Well, she refuses to believe it. She's scammed again. Oh yes, this thing, Logbot. Wow. It's scary. Did you see the video of the Muslim family in Germany where their 7 or 8-year-old boy was being removed from their home with 5 or 6 uniformed police? Wow, did you see that flash? Oh my gosh, he was screaming and they were taking him away from the parents. You know why? Not because they were being hateful, but only because they told their son that in their faith, their Muslim faith does not believe in that behavior. They didn't call anybody any names or anything. It's just that they told their son, this is what our faith believes. So they removed him from the home, screaming. Oh, isn't that scary, Nancy? Did that just break your heart? And I understand that that is happening all around Europe and also California. So pretty soon I'll be here in Oregon. We have a new governor. Her last name is Kotek, Kotek. Wow. Somebody needs to put her in a padded room. And Wheeler, the mayor of Portland, he's the reason he hates Oregon. He's the reason they've just destroyed Portland. And now Kotek, and she signed a bill to where it would make it illegal to harass or ask homeless campers to move. And they are allowed to camp anywhere in Oregon on public property. So they could come down to our street. No, they can't, because the guy's crazy. The guy across the street's crazy, and he'll shoot. Yeah, he's likely to do something, because he's old and demented and crazy. And then there's 2 cops that live here too. So, wow, did you see that? Yay. Anyway, we're not allowed to chase them off or to harangue them, and they can sue us and take our property. OMG. So they can go camping anywhere they want, as long as it's public property, and we cannot scare them off or tell them to go away, because that's harassment of houseless people. They don't call them homeless. Anyway, it's crazy. Hello, allegedly innocent. I enjoyed your chat last night. Your hair by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Oh my gosh, and Audrey's, and poor Dr. Ooh, listen. Latina. Oh, that's awful. That what she's got going on with her stomach, her gut issues. But I tell you, that methyl B12 really works. Same for you. And also, I understand that some of these rheumatology things are helped with staying off gluten and nightshades. And I know if I take a bite of anything with gluten in it, woo, yikes. What a beautiful, thank you, Birdie. Look at the tree, the cherry tree, the neighbor's cherry tree. The neighbor, oh, he keeps this yard so beautifully. Hello there, little scamper. Scamper. Hey, allegedly, I think you stole our water fountain. Isn't that funny? And our living room, our family rooms are exactly the same. That is just hilarious. Your house is cleaner than mine, though. And one of these days, did you all know that Jules plays the piano? Yeah. She sings, too. Anyway, you and Bill come in late September. Come for a few days, and we'll take you fishing. And we'll take you up to that German town, Leavenworth, up in Washington. We can get in the purple crazy bus. Wow, did you see that? We can get in the purple crazy bus and go up there, but I know you might be scared we're crazy. And then how you're gonna be stuck here with us for 4 days and say, oh my gosh, these people are nuts. These young people are nuts. We're not young, we're older. We're older than you and Bill, so anybody want to come stay? And we got the guest houses open. I don't think we're going to rent it out. We're going to just leave it kind of for visiting people. Anyway, you and Bill want to come fishing? We'll go on Buoy 10 on the Columbia River. Go look at Buoy 10. It's the most dangerous river crossing in the world. The Columbia River coming from the Pacific Ocean into Oregon, into Astoria. There's bar pilots that board the ships, and they take over the ship and pilot into the Columbia River. Now, my son was in the Coast Guard, but that's a little bit scary. He didn't stay very long. Oh yeah, fishing here. A 45-pound salmon, fall Chinook, and then we can barbecue it. Would Bill be on the seventh heaven if he had a... Just put his fishing line out over here. The guest house, you can stay in the guest house. We won't charge you. Just take your, all it's going to cost you is your flight tickets to come here for about 4 days. And then we'll go to the Clackamas River, right there. Other side of that trees are these 40-pound salmons. We have all the equipment and everything. Wouldn't that fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Critters, you too, come. Everybody come. We'll have a meet and greet, and we'll have Piddlin' Bill make us salmon on the Traeger. Oh, there's my birds. Hear them? I got my seeds all ready for them. And I'm learning that Come Sweet Death, but I'm playing it on my Yamaha keyboard. I have another keyboard at the foot of my bed. It used to be Paul's. It was in the guest house, but I'll put it back in the guest house. But I'm learning to play Bach's Come Sweet Death or Come Sweet Rest. And he wrote it. He was very sad, and he didn't want to die. It wasn't a wish to be gone, but it was a wish to see Jesus' face. And this was after his wife died. He had another wife that wrote songs too. I can't, you think about it, 1700, and, ooh, did you see that? Ooh! And then 1900s, 250, 300 years ago. And think of our life. I look at my life, I'm 71. And just 5 or 6 lifetimes of mine, Bach was alive. I love Bach. He is just beyond awesome. Wow. Oh, you haven't heard, did you hear, no, you haven't heard my new keyboard. Yeah, I only have that Come Sweet Death. There's my bird. There it is. There it is. There. Hear it? Tweep, tweep. They're up in the trees. Come on. Oh, please come to the feeders. Anyway, I only have it about, last night I had it halfway done, and I recorded half of it, but I don't want to put it out there. But this keyboard has beautiful sound. But I don't think I've ever shown anybody the keyboard. And that toccata. When I first began taking piano organ lessons, I just played by ear, and then the instructor would just show me how to play, and then I had the ability to pick out each note and just play it. I could copy like one of those savants. I'm an idiot savant. Oh my goodness, did you see that? I'm an idiot savant. But I lost the savant part. I lost the savant part. Oh yeah, critters, I played you that. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That the new keyboard. Well, not new, but old keyboard. They're about $500 for that keyboard. And then I have a smaller keyboard I take with me in the crazy bus. I think we're going to get rid of the crazy bus. That was a big $100,000 oops. And Oh, we took it out of our savings and we need to put it back because I need new flooring. We'll get a crazy bus, but a less crazy bus. We'll get one of those ones that like we had in 1978. We sold it to somebody for about $3,000 back in 1980. And a couple years later, I saw it on the side of the road. People were living in it, and I went, OMG. Oh my goodness, look at this lightning. It's going crazy. Yeah, that RV is just too big. And, you know, Larry broke his, tore his rotator skating with the girls, showing off. He was going backwards, and then his skate caught, and then he fell, and he tore his rotators. He loved those girls. I tell you, he loved all three of our girls. Now, I was sick, so he would sit at the table and fix them breakfast every morning, and they would talk. And he just absolutely adored them. He adores them a lot, is the girl from Brazil. And we bought her a laptop, and then we're buying her a really nice bicycle. She's in Brazil. She got a full scholarship to go to nursing school. She's so smart. And then Harshitha in Germany, she's doing well. And then our Taiwanese girl, Cameron, the one that really plays the piano. We don't hear much from her because she's in Taiwan. Oh, wow. This is really cool. Wow. Yeah. He needs to have that rotator cuff fixed because it's hurting him. And now years ago he fell and he damaged a nerve in his chest, and that's hurting, and they're trying to put an electronic stimulator in that. And wow, that is just really going there, isn't it? Going to town. Anyway, Liza is our favorite. We tried to get her to come back, and she was going to come back and live with us and go to nurses training here at the college. And we had to go through all this rigmarole. We had to prove how much money we made and that we had enough money to take care of her. And then they said we made too much money that we'd probably keep her. Damned if you do and damned if you don't. But it worked out better because now she has a full scholarship, 100% paid. Her dad died of COVID right after she got home. I'm glad she went home to be with her dad, but she was her dad's favorite. Her dad was her favorite. She was very close to her dad. So she misses her daddy, and she's just really good. She contacts us every day, every other day. So she might be in this now. Let's see what time it's 6 hours later. Liza, are you here? Liza! Holanda! She is the sweetest girl. When she came to us, she was going to go to there's that bird. She was going to go to the public school, and we didn't know she was Seventh-day Adventist, but she chose us because we were vegetarian, and she's vegetarian. There's my bird. And so we got here, we found it can't be too, because Ben Carson is also Seventh-day Adventist. And also, that evangelist, his wife, Graham Maxwell, who's it? his wife was Adventist also, but a lot of people embrace the Seventh-day Adventist faith because of their view on Beth, and we do not judge anybody. God knows their heart. Whoa, look at this. This is going to town. Anyway, when we got her here and found her in her room, she was having her own Bible study and prayer, and I thought, wow, this is a good Christian girl. I have never seen this lightning like this. Anyway, we thought, she's not going to fit in there at the Cicada school. I mean, it's not a bad school, but there's a lot of rough and tumble people, and everything's tied to the games, the football games and dancing, which Friday night football, that's on Sabbath, so she wouldn't be partaking of that. And then no dancing. And hi, Gathering, please, how you doing? I've been thinking about you and praying for you. I know you have struggles too. We all have struggles. But look at this lightning. We rarely get lightning, and we were just really getting a storm and a half. So anyway, before school was here, we observed Liza for a few weeks. Oh, that's the trash man. Whoa, whoa. And we prayed about it and thought about it. And we contacted the Portland Adventist Academy, which is 22 miles one way. So that means we would have to get her to school and then pick her up every day, or find transportation for her. There's a lot of people that work at the hospital that live out here. We thought, so we said, Liza, would you like to go to Portland Adventist Academy? And she just about fell over. And I just about fell over because we had to write a check for the full amount 1 year. It's $1,000 a month per student plus $1,000 for your entrance fee. So, wow. But we told her, she said, no, we can't do that. We said, Liza, you're a good girl. If you want to go there, we will make it possible. And then we found help for transportation. One of the teachers picked her up close by. Larry would run her into Damascus, which was 10 miles away, and then she would take her the rest of the way. I can't believe lightning. This is something else. This is just temporary. California quail. Whoa, did I miss that? Anyway, so we sent her to school to Portland Adventist Academy, and we believe that the Lord will provide, and He did. And you just have to sacrifice and make cutbacks. But that was a very good experience having her. You're going to wait for the dew to dry so you can mow. Yeah, we mowed yesterday. Larry mowed yesterday. Wow. Our yard people are coming Sunday. We have a whole crew, and they're going to take the pond apart and clean it. That pond is awful. Must be Thursday. It's trash day. Can you believe this lightning? Unbelievable. Now, Gathering, you go see your son. Isn't your son in the Pacific, South Pacific, or the on the West Coast somewhere. I shouldn't dox you. I'm sorry. Eek. Whoa, look at that. Did you hear that bird? He said, take a chance, take a chance. Find romance, find romance. That was a quail. Hello, quail. I am getting cold. I'm going to have to close this live. Catch up on the gossip. Ooh, I want to hear some guests. Gossip. I used a gathering place. I used to live in a place called Grass Valley, California, on the Rough and Ready Highway. I saw some crazy stories there. My husband and I were talking about all the crazy stories. He says, I know you're telling the truth because I was here, to experience it. He says, you've got to tell some of your stories, like when Satin, my dog Satin, broke away from me and went into this restaurant to put her head on this lady's lap. And she started crying. And Satin was a guide dog for the blind that I had gotten when she was 5 years old. She was my service animal because I had an aneurysm and I had blood transfusions, had 60 units of blood over 2.5 years because my anemia would get down to 5. Anyway, I didn't want to die alone, so they got me a service animal. And anyway, she was 100% obedient except for one time. She broke leash, went into the restaurant, into the middle of the restaurant, under the tables, and I'm yelling at her to stop, and she wouldn't. And there was this woman dressed in a red wool suit, and her hair perfectly coiffed, and her friend was all decked out in jewels, and I'm going, and this was a nice restaurant, the Chart House up on below OHSU, and Satin put her head on this lady's lap under the table, and this lady grabbed Satin's ears, and she says, oh my God. Oh, wow. She says, how did your dog know I needed this love? Unbelievable. Oh, BBT, I think she has changed her ways of her approach to her YouTube channel. Yeah, I think she was getting a little bit stressed out, is what I'd like to say. I feel sorry for her. Anyway, and maybe the lawyers made her say stop it. So I don't know. I don't know anything. But she's back on. But what was I saying about California? Satin. So this lady grabbed her ears and started crying, and she put her head, this woman dressed up in a wool suit, puts her face in my dog's face. Of course, Satin was a big black lab, and she was always clean and didn't stink. And she goes, oh my God, how did your dog know I needed love? Oh my gosh. And she says, she just started sobbing. She says, my husband's up on OHSU, and he's 50 years old, and he had surgery for tongue cancer. Have you ever heard of tongue cancer? I almost passed out. I said, yes, my husband survives tongue cancer. She could not believe it. Anyway, you know what we did for our 25th? Was our 25th? Our wedding anniversary. Yeah. After dinner, we went up to OHSU, and Larry visited with her husband and ministered to him and prayed with him and encouraged him that all is not lost. Is that bizarre? The dog to do that. Anyway, I'm getting cold. I'm going to come back in a few minutes, but I'm going to do a different array of the, maybe, I don't know if I can, But this lightning is something else. And my fingers, whoa, did you see that again? Wow. Anyway, you be a blessing to somebody. People are looking for a blessing. They're hurting. A blessing, giving a blessing away is free. And it makes you feel good too. Anyway, thank you and have a good trip to work. God bless you, my friends. All of my friends here. Hugs. Bye-bye.